Hey guys, as you might notice, this episode is in English. Why? We have been to ProWein and have been interviewing several experts from the wine business to get their latest reviews and information. So if you want to know what's trendy in 2023, what emerging markets we can expect from the wine business in the next upcoming years, and what you definitely have to taste, listen to this podcast episode. And if you like what you hear, hit the subscribe button. We're happy to see you every weekend for the weekly roll-up of the wine business. Enjoy the content. The next interview is with Kirk Lambert, President and CEO of Lambert Wine Estates in Barossa Valley. It was such an amazing interview. Kirk was talking about the different wine styles of Barossa Valley, on trends he's seeing in the Australian and the international wine market, and he had some great recommendations for the beautiful reds of Barossa Valley. Kirk, thank you so much for your time. It was an honor to interview you. And right now, enjoy the episode. So right now we have here Kirk Lambert from Lambert Wine Estate from Australia, Barossa Valley.
Hello.
Thank you for your time.
Thank you for having me.
What would you consider as the main wine trends for 2023?
Look, I think the trends continue to be sustainability and environmental longevity, I'd imagine. So, climate change continues to affect all of us. We're having some of our coolest climate years over in Australia at the moment. But then there's things that we can all do as far as packaging trends, lightweight bottles, to make sure that we continue to basically shepherd all of the next generation into it. So we're a family business, and we want to make sure that continues and do the best we can for our children to be able to take over in the future.
What do you see as an emerging market for Australian wine?
I think emerging is some of the markets that have existed for a long time that we've kind of maybe overlooked or have kind of gone out of favor in. I think the U.S. is probably the biggest opportunity for some of Australian wine again. There's lots of opportunity there that Australian wines have kind of come out of favor, but now I think it's a really big opportunity for us to kind of re-enter into the market and show everyone, rediscover Australian wines and the classic styles that do exist. And we're still there. We're still making amazing styles of wine and things that will kind of set the new trends for the next decade or more.
What do you see as a private person as an emerging wine growing country?
Look, there's lots of interesting Eastern European countries, I think, that could be really interesting to look at. Georgia, I know that, when people talk about emerging varietals and different things, you've got like Saperavis. A lot of people have been looking at kind of the southern, in Australia, at least southern European countries like Cyprus or Portugal, and trying to use those varieties to match with the climate change and things like that. But I think, as far as some of those older Eastern European countries of Georgia, those kind of countries could really, really come through in the future and show something that's different that we haven't really experienced yet.
And last question, what would you recommend as a region we definitely have to try and why?
Well, Australia, of course. Like I said before, the Barossa Valley is very underrated, I think. And I think it's time again for people to rediscover those Shiraz and Cabernets and, Grenaches of Australia that maybe haven't been looked at for a long time. At the same time, again, emerging regions like Georgia, I think would be really interesting. I've got a lot of friends that are coming out of Georgia, and they have some really interesting wines to try.
Okay. Thank you very much for your time.